Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again today. We're going to talk about the spirit of depression, heaviness, the spirit of heaviness and the spirit of depression. Most people today are experiencing some type of depression. So we're just going to talk a little bit about that so you get a better understanding. Now we know that the spirit of heaviness is a spirit that comes upon you that is a heavy cloud, something that doesn't allow you to do what needs to be done. So I'm going to talk about some attributes of it. I'm just going to touch on it a little bit so we get a better understanding of what depression is or can be in someone's life. If we've never experienced it, we have no correlation to what it really truly is. Experiencing it gives you a better understanding of what others are going through. So I'm going to give you some characteristics, some things that you may look for if someone is going through depression, and what to look for, what to recognize if you're going through it. Okay, someone who's sad. It's okay to be sad when something bad happens. But the excessive sadness all the time for a lengthy period of time is not normal. It is not something that should keep going on for months at a time, weeks at a time, days possibly, because God said there is a time to mourn, okay? So you're just going to keep an eye on how long you're sad. You just don't want to dwell. You want to just keep moving forward. You don't want to dwell in sadness. You don't want to make it your every emotion. Okay? You want to keep moving forward in life. And if sadness is lingering for too long of a time, you might consider getting help, or you notice someone is going down that path, you might consider getting them help. Okay? So sadness, not happy. When something great happens, you're not able to be happy at all whatsoever. So there's a problem there. There's an issue there. There's something that is wrong. If a family member just had a baby and you can't be happy, there might be something wrong. If someone just graduated and it's a joyous occasion and you can't be happy, there may be something wrong. If your child draws you a beautiful picture and you can't be happy, there may be something wrong. Your husband gives you a hug or a kiss and does something wonderful for you and you can't enjoy it, there might be something wrong. It might be just a situation, but if there are many happy occasions happening and you cannot be happy for any of them, there is definitely something wrong. Okay? So you need to find out what is going on with you. You have no feeling of hope. You feel like nothing will ever get better. Okay? Depression makes you feel like there is no hope. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. There is no sunshine. There is no happiness. There is no there's nothing good to look forward to. There is nothing in this world that is positive, that is a light. And I know that we're born into darkness and this world is full of darkness, but there is also God. There's also the creations that He's made. There's also the beautiful animals, the songs that the birds sing. There's music. There is still holiness and light in this world. So if there is nothing that you can see that is good, there's a problem. Okay? Feeling like there's no hope, is a big problem. You have no plans. There is nothing you are planning for. Can be a problem. You have not a plan for today, not a plan for the end of the week, not a plan for the month, not a plan for 6 months, not a plan for the year. Nothing at all. Not a plan. Just wandering in just time and space. There could be a problem. You have no goals in your life whatsoever. No goals, nothing to look forward to, nothing to push you to do something greater or better. You can have a problem there. There's no zeal in your life. No getting up in the morning. Yeah, let's take on the day. I'm ready for it. No zeal, no excitement, no joy. There could be a problem. And I'm seeing this as an extended period of time. 3 days to a week to a week and a half to 2 weeks. Break it up into 3-day segments. If it's prolonging and keeps prolonging and prolonging and prolonging, there could be a problem. Okay? I'm stuck in a rut. You can't get out of it. You can't get out of your head. You can't focus. You can't do anything. You're just stuck. Just can't do anything. Just really stuck. And it's okay to be, like, let's say you're a writer or someone who writes, loves to write. It's okay to be stuck for a bit, because sometimes that's the way it goes, right? But it's not okay to feel like that's all there is, okay? Focus too much on one thing and it's your whole life and you can't do anything else. That's not a good thing. So you want to make sure you're not getting in a habit in something that's going to make you keep going down in a downward spiral. So you want to keep moving and going up. Get someone to help you. Go to your best friend. Go to a pastor, a friend, a minister, a husband, a wife, a sister, a brother. Someone to get you out of that rut. And if they can't do it, you go to someone else. You keep going, but you keep striving and you keep trying to pull yourself out. If you don't know the Lord, then that's what you're going to have to do. But if you know God, you call on Him. He's the one that you rely on. Okay? So, if you're stuck in a rut and you're staying there and don't care if you stay there, there could be a problem with depression. Okay, you're feeling empty, have no feelings, no feeling at all. Doesn't matter what goes on, anything exciting, anything devastating, anything sad, any type of emotion, joy, peace, love, no emotion at all, no feeling. There can be a problem. Okay? Definitely look into possibly having depression. Could be a problem. No accomplishment. You can't accomplish anything, whether it is cleaning. You can't get up to clean for at least 10 minutes. You can't get up to eat. You can't get up to do something. You can't accomplish simple tasks. There could be a problem. And like I said, there are times of mourning. Okay? There's a time period to mourn. But you always should be striving to do something. Because if your emotions can open up doorways to the enemy. And trauma is a main way that the enemy loves to get in. So when that happens, you have to make sure you're closing that door. That's why there's a limit to mourning. Okay? You are not trying to stay in that place. You're trying to get out of it. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to take on new things. You're trying to just move forward. You can't wallow in it. You can't stay in it. You can't dig a ditch more and more and more. A pit more and more and more. Because eventually that will close up and the enemy will get you stuck in it. So depression, you need to accomplish something. Whether it's just getting up out of the bed, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, take baby steps. Whatever you got to do, you got to take some steps to accomplish something throughout that day. Okay? If you're ineffective, if you have depression, that's a way to make you ineffective. Okay? Satan wants you to be ineffective against his kingdom. So ineffectiveness is where he wants you at. Okay? So if you're ineffective, you're not productive in anything for long periods of time. Okay? Dormant, not doing anything, not pursuing anything, not having new ideas, not experiencing anything new, just no feelings, sadness all the time, I would say you have a problem. Okay, all these areas accumulatively can lead to a problem with depression. Okay, as I said before, it's a dark cloud. Heaviness is a dark cloud. It is a haze. You cannot see past it. Okay, if you're in a haze and you cannot see past it, it is the spirit of heaviness, because it's literally a spirit that sits upon you and causes you to not be productive, causes you not to move, causes you not to fight. And you have to reject that spirit. Okay? Some people have said that they have experienced heaviness in their body. Whether they're a heavy person or not, they feel like their body is heavy. So the weightiness of that spirit causes you to feel like you don't want to move. You don't want to do anything at all. But you got to fight. The main thing is you must fight. As a human being, you have to fight. This is war. We were born into war. Whether you see it or not, the natural and the spiritual are fighting always. So you must fight against this enemy, okay? So fighting the heaviness in the body means you got to get up, get out of bed, okay? Get off the couch. Whatever it takes, you need to get up and do something new. Recognize it for what it is. It's the spirit of heaviness. It is depression, okay? You need to get help, okay? Difficult to be active. Yes, very difficult. So like I said, you must fight. You got to get up. You got to go for a walk. Go for a walk around the block. Something. You make it up in your mind. You're going to progress daily in doing something. Don't let the enemy make you stagnant and wallowing in feeling like there's no hope. You have to do something new. Okay? So what are we going to do to fix it? As a believer, we know we can call on God, but we also know that there's an enemy and we got to get rid of that enemy, right? So first we're going to look at the natural things to counteract depression. Okay? So the natural things are, you make sure that you're healthy. Okay? If you're not healthy, it can throw off your balance. Okay, so make sure you're having less sugar, a whole lot less sugar. If you take out the sugar, you can get more energy. Okay, less sugar, more water. The more water intake that you bring into your body should rejuvenate, give you some energy. Okay, exercise, invigorating the body. I know a lot of us don't like to do that. Okay, but like I said, going for a walk. Okay, enjoying things with your family, some type of activity, bike riding, swimming, hiking, depends on where you live, the time of the year, the season of the year. Do something active, okay, to get the blood circulating, okay, will give you some energy, okay. Vitamins, making sure you're not deficient in anything. If you got to look it up and see if you're deficient in anything, do that. I mean, researching can be a great activity for your brain to get you out of depression. Gives you something to do. Having a hobby, okay? Get out and see nature. Like I said, go for a hike, go for a walk, go bike riding. Look at nature. Enjoy what God has created on this earth, okay? So nature, go see something. Walks, as I said again, any new activity, try something new. Go skydiving. Do something that you would not normally do that is good, that will help you to get out of your rut. Not something too dangerous now. Just something that will get you to experience something new, something good, something that it will stimulate the mind, get you excited about a new hobby, a new adventure, a new project that is good and not evil, okay? You want to make sure that naturally things are right with you. Your body's right. If you have to go get a checkup at the doctor's office, do that. Make sure that you are healthy enough. And if everything's okay, most likely might be some imbalances, and get that balance back right on target. Okay, so we want to make sure that is correct. Now, the next part is depression itself. Okay, can be triggered by trauma. So whatever the situation was that got you into this mode, you recognize it and you have to deal with it. Dealing with an experience, trauma, anything that has caused an open doorway to our emotions that the enemy can target, needs to be dealt with. Whether it is speaking to a family member, speaking to the Lord. If you feel you can't trust anyone, that's who you speak to. You tell him, you ask him to help you with it, help you to deliver you from it, help you to heal from it, whatever wounds that is going on. Accumulative hardship is another area. Sometimes people have a hard life and they feel like everything is just against them, or they're just having a hard time, whether it is demonically influenced or it's just a part of life. A lot of hardship can make someone go into depression. So there's another area you need to look into. Okay, where are these hardships coming from? Am I the one causing the hardship? Or is it just really supernaturally put on you? And then that's another battle that you have to attack and go into. So analyzing the situation is important in that case of depression itself, of cumulative hardship. Then there's something suddenly. It's a shock and awe to you that may cause depression to come on. No warning at all. Okay, suddenly is no warning. It's something unexpected. It's something that you couldn't have even see coming. Okay, so these are areas that we may need healing in, that may need to be addressed, need to be talked out, and that may take time. Okay, so you have to deal with the hurts, the pains, the wounds. And sometimes that's all it takes for depression to leave and go. Okay, because you've dealt with the situation. Hormonal. After having a baby, a lot of mothers experience postpartum depression. So I would say that is another area you would have to go to the doctor and make sure your hormones are balanced, that you also finding different activities, getting help, people to help you with newborn baby, dealing with your hormones. Hormone goes up and down, and the drasticness of that. I know after I had my first son, I felt the hormonal effect. I literally felt it. I didn't understand. I didn't know what it was, but I felt it. And it was not something I could control. It was not anything that I can do, but I did know it affected me emotionally. And so I needed to rely on my husband a lot and family members to help me, because I also not only had that emotional hormonal withdrawal, I also had physical things that happened during delivery. So it was twofold, okay? So I needed to depend on others, and I needed to work through it. At the time, I needed a lot of help to get out of it. And a lot of things that they did was help me to rest. I needed a lot of rest. I needed to gain back my strength. I had to be on vitamins and things of that sort, and get healthy physically, and then emotionally get myself together so I may love this baby in a manner in which God created me to love this child. So getting me out, fresh air, giving me a new activity to do, and not just only focus on healing and the new baby, but also bringing my mind out of the trauma that I've been through. So it's always good to have that help and that support. So I know for ladies that can be an issue. So just making sure that you're recognizing depression for what it is. They talked to me about what can happen after having a baby, and then I recognized it. Sometimes just somebody telling you what's going on can help so much. So then you can recognize it, be like, oh, that's what that is. And okay, I need help. This is what's going on with me. I do need your help. I need help because this is what's going on with me. So sometimes being reminded of what depression is and how it can come on and what causes it and the effects of it can help you to say, hey, that's happening with me. I need some help. Okay, and then, like I said, recognition is very important to know what you're dealing with and what you can do to come against it. So I hope all of these things gave some light to everything that I've told you about depression, understanding depression. Depression is not an easy spirit to deal with. It is one of the heavier ones because a lot of people do deal with it. Male, female, children. Just recognizing the characteristics of it can help in a great way. So we need to recognize it for what it is and deal with it when it comes. So I hope this helped you. If you believe that this can help someone else, please share it. Like, share, and subscribe. And I pray that this is a blessing that will bring clarity and impact to your life so that you can recognize it when you see it and recognize it if it should happen to anyone close to you. Be blessed.